What is up, guys? I am back with another video, and today we're talking about the Pro Standard Grill Mount. It's a mouth mount, a tripod mount, and it can basically replace almost all of the mounts you currently have in your GoPro kit bag. The Pro Standard Grill Mount is primarily a mouth mount. However, it takes a completely different approach to the mouth mount than we've seen up until this point. Up until this point, most of the mounts we've seen use a snorkel mouthpiece and then zip tie that to some kind of GoPro mount. In contrast, the Pro Standard Grill Mount actually uses a single piece of plastic that runs all the way back into your mouth and then coats those back pieces, what you bite onto, in a rubber. Now, what's really cool is that rubber is the same rubber that is used to make a mouth guard. So it's heat formable. So when you get your Pro Standard Grill Mount, what you do is you soak those ends in hot water for about 30 to 60 seconds, and then you put it in your mouth and bite down on it, and you end up with your custom mouth pattern indenting that mouthpiece so it fits perfectly into your mouth. The final thing that makes the grill mount one of the best mouth mounts I've used to date is the fact that you're actually able to seal your mouth when using it. So with most GoPro mouth mounts, there's a hole on it somewhere that allows you to breathe through your mouth when shooting with it. With the grill mount, that is not the case. There's no holes on the front of this mount, which means that to breathe, you just open your lips off of the plastic, and to seal it, you just close your mouth around the mount. Now, this is really cool if you're surfing or kiteboarding with your grill mount, because it means if you fall off and crash, you just close your mouth and you don't end up with a mouthful of seawater. Okay, the grill mount's a great mouth mount, but it's a lot more than that. By inserting it between fingers on your hand and grabbing the mouthpiece, it's a great little handle for your GoPro camera, and it's very comfortable to use. By using a single small tack pin, you can hang it on a wall, making it into a wall mount. It makes a fairly stable, half-decent tripod on top of flat surfaces. The rubber and the width of the mouthpiece mean that you can clip it onto beer bottle lids or pop bottle stems and use it as a bottle mount, kind of a gimmick, but pretty cool. And finally, one of my favorite ways to use it was actually as a clip. So when I was sailing using this as a mouth mount, I could take it in my mouth and then I would hook it onto my life jacket. So by bending the back piece down, it could actually grab the top edge of my life jacket, allowing me to use it as a chest mount, and even better than that, give me a really secure place to store it when I wasn't using it. I tested this mount out hiking and sailing, as well as on a trip through San Francisco. On that trip, I was using it primarily as just a kind of daily driver mount, using it as a handle, a hand grip, a tripod, and just kind of leaving it on my GoPro camera to see in what situations I would use it. I was really happy with it because it's an easy mount to leave on the back of your GoPro camera, and it gives you a lot of possibilities on angles and shots you can get when it's there. It produced great footage when I was sailing with it, and when I was hiking, a little bit of jumping around. It didn't produce the best footage, but it would be a lot better than any other mouth mount or the backpack strap mount I tried during that same hike. I do have one complaint about the mount, and that is the fact that the slot that holds the nut is not tight enough to keep the nut retained when the bolt is removed. You can get around this. You can super glue it in, hot glue it in, or use a 5-minute 2-part epoxy to glue in the bolt. And if you have one of these mounts or are thinking about getting one, plan on doing that. As you've probably been able to tell up to this point, my impressions of the grill mount have been really, really positive. I enjoyed using it. I enjoyed my time testing it. The footage I got from it was great. I was never frustrated by using the footage from it, and it was just a pretty good all-round mount to use, and it is definitely something that I have already started adding to my daily kit bag whenever I go shooting my GoPro camera. Generally now, I leave one of these mounts just attached to the back of one of my cameras because it's a really easy mount to just grab out with the camera mounted to it, plop it down as a tripod mount, stick it in a mouth as a mouth mount, or use it as a hand grip. So it's got a ton of possibilities, and it folds up small and compact against the back of the camera, meaning that you can leave your camera attached to this mount in your kit bag, and it's always ready to go. You should totally check out a Pro Standard grill mount. They're awesome. It's a really, really cool mount. It's versatile, and it'll get you guys some absolutely amazing footage. You can find links to this product down in the video description. But until next time, guys, this was the Pro Standard grill mount. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you've got questions or comments, leave them down below. And until next time, thank you very, very much for watching.